find out whether you are descendant of Annunaki. Part 2. Annunaki take things very personally and take rejection very hard. I believe so. That's why I've been threatened by the Luciferian group. They come in the form of Jesus and many others to alert me to stop, blame them or talk things about them. You know, they always have been threatening me. The Annunaki were greatly hurt by this second rejection, and the men began to despair that they could never be with the humans on their terms, because the human don't want to do things that they want. The humans want their own terms. So this mess started. It was equally hurtful when most of the human species declared war against their proud creators. The only gods and mentors that wage war against them. The choice and opportunity is always before humanity for us to remember more of who they are. Even as the human rebelled against the Annunaki so long a time ago, although deeply saddened, they also had never been more proud of the creation. Well, I don't know what to say, in this case. I mean, how humans rebelled against them. I mean, now we are having a very unfair match, because those beings are so powerful. If they want to finish them, they will try to, but I don't think they will finish, because there is other guardians guarding human, and they want to find out who they are. That's the problem here. There are other guardians guarding humans, and if they try to finish these people, this species, their guardians will come in the open and do something to them and protect the remnants, a few remnants of the humans. So this never ended. Okay, so that's why they did not take, but they tried. You see, so many, the population through bio weapons, through wars, through famines, through what they call artificial disaster. There's nothing to do with natural. Big lie. It's artificial disaster. They are depopulating people. They even use religion to depopulate people. Okay, so the choice and opportunities is always before humankind, for humanity, for us to remember more of who they are. Even as the human rebelled against the Annunaki so long a time ago, although deeply saddened, they also had never been more proud of the creation. Seeing the human species step up and take a hold of their evolution, maybe the reason why most of the Annunaki left. What does this say about the human species and the Annunaki? Many have pondered this question, but it's something that cannot clearly be known for sure. I guess, because our ancestors did not think the way you all do. You are more hybrid than they were. Okay, you are more hybrid, and I'm talking about humans who are not tainted by the hybridization. I'm talking about those. They uphold their true essence of humanity of the ancestors, so they thought different of you, and they were sick of all this war, all this shenanigans, and the only pawn used here were the species, the human species. They were being tossed here and there by these beings, and these beings, by thinking different from you, they decide that enough was enough, and they had all the right in the world to do that. Okay, so 19, Annunaki are morally neutral, believe in spirituality and science. Well, if you are morally, so now we cannot be morally neutral when it comes to war. You must take a stand. Which side you want? They would say. Which side you want? You cannot be neutral. If you are neutral, you're gonna kick your ass. So which side you are? Oh, we are to the left. Okay, okay. Go to the left then. We are on the right. Okay, go to the right. To the right. I'm neutral. I want to take no stand. Okay, out you go of the game. You don't belong to the game. You know what I mean? But when it comes to spirituality and science, you are neutral. What's this? It means you can do whatever you want. It's all libertinage, all liberty, all freedom based in anarchy. You can commit incest, you can do rape, you can do sacrifice of animals. You can sacrifice babies for power, can you? You can do as you please here because you're morally what? Morally neutral, huh? When it serves you. Otherwise, we need to take a stand, or else we are out of the game. So when the Great War first began, Lucifer and the Iron Legion swore to defend and never kill any member of his own lineage. Correction, his own lineage, the chosen ones. When humans went to war against the archangelic powers, the humans that wanted to remain neutral were considered traitors to the human species by them, the Luciferian group themselves. Alright? Fine? The leader of the conscientious objectors that followed the Annunaki model of pacifism was killed by his own brother. Mean that they believe in a pacifism, but their pacifism for them is to come in accord, but still you need to take a stand. You cannot be neutral. You cannot say no to war. You must take part in one sect. Which sect you want? Which wing you want to belong to? Do you understand? So, and was killed by his own brother. So when this Pharaoh was neutral, he was killed by his own brother. This is the story of Cain and Abel. Or Enki and Enlil. You see the connection? Enki and Enlil in modern Annunaki tales and mythology. When the first murder occurred, the men of Annunaki because this translator doesn't know how to computerize well, how to understand. Annunaki were among the first to turn from Lucifer's decree and peaceful ways. Annunaki tells me when the first murder occurred, the men of Annunaki were among the first to turn from Lucifer's decree and peaceful ways. They wanted to remake creation on their terms. Hey, wait a minute. If you think that Lucifer had a peaceful, between parentheses, way, why he was against those who make no stand and want to be neutral and to take no part in this war, senseless war? Why? Between the forces of dark and light. Why? If he was so peaceful, why you had to make a stand, or else you were out of the game? Why? You make no sense. You know, some people here are not intelligent at all. That's why I know it. That's why I tell. Most of you here are not intelligent. You cannot rationalize properly. They want to remake creation on their terms and begin to use their abilities. So what? Is their problem, right? They have their own rights. So they use their own abilities, relics, and tools to harm the fallen angels and human alike. Which human? The one who was on the side of Lucifer? This is where the peaceful story of the Annunaki ends in most his stories. I don't believe you. I don't know why, because you take sides. 20. Annunaki are naturally healers, and often this power was misused. They experimented on the bodies and souls of humans. See? They experiment and put your soul. Soul is a construction. Soul is a construction. It's a memory program. It's a software. So what they do with this bubble, this soul, whatever you may call it, they manipulate after death. They manipulate, okay? So the key here is to understand that you are not dead. Simple as that, and then kick it on the ass. When you come near the conscience, go away, you don't belong to me, I'm another thing, I belong to the cosmos. Bye bye, forever. You go and do your own ways. Go to your way and go in mine. After death, if you don't want to have unpleasant experiences with these memories, okay? When it holds too much karma within it. It's also called the causal body. It's like the sponge, it's like the filter of the kidney and the liver that holds too much impurity. Trying to further perfect once their perfect creation. These Annunaks were the first to use souls to power relics. Oh, you see, as I knew it, they take these souls that they themselves manipulated to use it as legions of ghosts or demons to attack not only humans who are against them, but also the other Annunaks. Oh my gosh, this is so insidious. Now I solved the charade. These Annunaks were the first to use souls power to relics, and witchcraft. They do that. And the other side, which hell is for manufacturing, is a base for experiments, is a base, is a lab. They take those souls, the memory, and they create whatever shape, form they want. But that being is not your mother, is not your dead mother, is not your dead father, for God's sake, not your dead son, dead daughter. Alright? Dead ancestors. It's no more. Finish. They go back to cosmos. Bye. That's why I always say, cherish your loved ones here now. You may encounter them in future lives, but without the memories. But they go back to cosmos till they disapprehend. They come out of the cosmos themselves. Then they meet you in another creations elsewhere, not necessarily the earth. You may find them in other places, okay? However, once they die, don't waste your time on them, because you have no more business with them, they have no more business with you. Finish. You may accompany them, as I said before, in the first few months, few weeks, or 1-2 years of their death. After that, they are no more. I'm sorry, but they are no more. I'm so sorry for you who still hold the memory. I hold the memory of my mom. My mom will always be in my memory. I love her, and I want to keep this memory as I knew of her. Do you understand? And my sisters as well. But I know that they are no more. They are a being, a kind of memories, residuals, magnetic field memories, that it was no more the ego and the personality of my sisters and my mother. So there's no point in me to uphold it in myself, but I still hold their lovely memory within me. However, I must accept and understand that they are no more. Oh, I saw my father, I saw my dead father, my dead mother. They are still keeping in touch with me. Yeah, they may do. But how long it has been? 5 years? 10 years was the last time, long time ago. Now they are no more hold this kind of this kind of laws in her rules, let's say astral rules is no more. Finished. They have amended the laws. The laws now is that you do time if memory is intact after death, within a time span of few weeks, few months, up to how many karma you uphold the memories. Okay, few months, 2 years maximum. That's why in some cemetery they have a strict rules of keep the body there within 2 years. 2 years they take, whether the family want to keep them in a mausoleum, or how to call that things, I forget, a vault or what, is up to you. The ashes, whatever, the bones, up to you. But they keep it in 2 years. Because it's within 2 years the memory is still attached to that body that has been now consumed and decomposed. But in the case of cremation, there is still some memories hovering around, but it's very, very difficult. In a case of cremation, it's more difficult. Means that their memory may easily, easily come out, easily disperse from the being, from that energy. Okay, they meld with space. They are no more. They no more have a connection or synchronicity with the earth. That's why in some cultures, in some doctrines, you see that they prefer cremation to burial, or worse yet, leave for the vultures to eat the body. Understand? Because the more the body is there, there's more information around, there's more karmic memories. Understand? So what they do is take that soul and create demons with that. The more peaceful Malefactors continue to teach and protect the humans as he helped Lucifer in his campaign, because they recruit. I told you before, I think 2018, about this possibility that they take human soul to create more legions for Lucifer in Kaya. The more peaceful Malefactors continue to teach and protect the human soul as he helped Lucifer in his campaign to round up the errant legions. Okay, so nothing is always the way you think it is. Not because he thinks that his family is against him, his family is no good, that's his confederation is no good. Doesn't mean that they are towards his eye. They just didn't want this project in the first place. The Malefactors helped in all ways that they could and healed many humans back from death during the war to use for experimentation. Okay, they use for experimentations. You see, they use for experimentation. How to do it? Down there in the what you call hell, which is below the earth, one part there where have volcanoes is there, so, and they use this part of the human to work for Lucifer. So nothing is exactly the way you think. You cannot be so bad there because you are already synchronized with that kind of environment, because that's not what you are. You understand? That's belong to the devil. For the devil was for the devil. For the cosmos what's for the cosmos. But religions creates a different set of religions, philosophy around this concept of hell and heaven. The more peaceful Malefactors continue to teach and protect humans was help Lucifer in his campaign to round up the errant legions. The Malefactors helped in all ways that they could and healed many humans back from death. This means what? They don't want them to be destroyed by laser. So what they did was they recreated them and turned them into legions to work for Lucifer during the war to use for the experimentation. Okay, see, I was right. I know what to say. This gained many human allies as the Malefactors. Now the many human allies in between parentheses, the ghosts or the demons that they create on the other side, as the fallen angels prepared and began the kingship of earth. That's why they want more cried for Lucifer, especially so in this time and age. Modern theories say that all of European royalty, American presidents, descend from these aliens. This may be a bit extreme, but is what the stories point to. Also, all of royalty all over, especially so in the Eastern Africa. It's also humored that throughout these earliest alliances, the Annunaki and malefactors, the fallen angels, gained the power, wealth, and status. Yeah, because the hybrids here, the Luciferian hybrids in here, taken up all the, all the power here, all form of power. In modern time, they started the industries of insurance, banking, governments, police, the justice system, the hospitalization system, the medical system, and the media to maintain supreme control. Again, there is almost nothing to back up such claims. I believe so. I believe that that's the truth. That's the case. 21. Annunaki believe in perfection and actively seek it in everything. I don't think that evil is perfection, that do bad things towards perfections. You are dreaming, dude. Wake up from your delusions. The malefactors, or the hybrid, took arms with humanity, sharing in the spoils of war. The bad humans, now the hybrids, their own lineage, but not fight against the remaining Iron Legion, Regrouped. The Annunaki began to create tools that could be used by the hybrids and mortals. So the Annunaki began to create tools that could be used by hybrids. Why don't say Luciferian? Why say Annunaki? There's many type of Annunaki, dude. So the Luciferian began to create tools and could be used by the hybrids and mortals, as well as teach them how to shape and create tools of their own. Humans began to show their true potential. The Annunaki descendants and their bloodline, the Luciferian descendants and the bloodline mingled with humans, creating powerful hybrids that became the creators of the pyramids. Okay, Luciferian. The Annunaki Luciferian descendants and their bloodline mingled with humans, creating powerful hybrids that became the creators of the pyramids, stonehenge, mermaids, Goliath, the Illuminati, Merovingians, great emperors of Asia, the Nagas of the Vedics of India, Buddha, Quetzalcoatl, and the Mayan calendar, olympiads of Greece, and all those shamanic people there all over who come from Africa and Mongolia to invade the Americas, governed by Lucifer and his group who take them there. Okay, the hybrids humans who took them there. So Noah and his descendants. So we have the Hellenes, Greek, we have some Romans, the Melchizedeks, which also is some kings there in the Middle East, Thoth, the Pendragons, the Tuatha, the Danaan, the Argartha, Shamballa. Not all Shamballa and Argartha are Luciferians. Some are the Atlanteans people. They are remnants of the Atlanteans, so not all are Luciferians. The girl who came to me, the blonde girl, she's the remnant of Atlantis. Pacal Votan, Jesus, who also is related to Lucifer and to Enkaya, is one of them. So I have been threatened by him. Vlad, or Count Dracula, the Egyptian Pharohs, and all these Egyptian gods, and Julius Caesar. Okay, Julius Caesar. Many natives from, they are not native, they are from Americas. Oh, they are from Africa and Mongolia. They also Annunaki, they are also Luciferian. So those shamanic people from original of Africa and India, Africa and Mongolia, American Africa speak of the ancestors as dragons or serpent people who came from the sky. All of these may be partial bloodline descendants. Okay, they are the hybrids as well. Just to name a few of the supposed lineage survivors of the luciferians Annunaki. So here you have them. 22. Annunaki are easily corrupted by the quest for power. Yeah, they are corrupted. You think that some Anunnaki hybrids, Luciferian Anunnaki hybrids, because they are so good. Because Nkaya saved humankind. Because Nkaya saved humankind from enlives and that. But you never know what's behind the sins. You never know his intentions. Okay, you never know. He did nothing good for humankind. He destroyed humankind. He destroyed the original humankind. One of the Anunnaki leaders, named Capsha, became convinced that if immortals and fallen angels mated, had sex, have children, they breed their children, would be the perfect creatures they had sought to create in the first place. They're wrong. The artifacts that eventually created allowed the fallen angels to take on fleshly forms and parent children. But perfection was not the result. That means there's no perfection. In the end, it was disastrous. So many deformed ones and evil people. The genetic alterations, modification, and cross-hybrid technologies was not capable of what the Anunnaki Luciferian sorcerers believed, which was the Nima, his lover and sometimes sister. But it did alter humans in another way. It made our genetic into a stable and viable food source, or luch, if you will, through the mingling of the bloodlines. So this one become what? Carnivores. What they call? Cannibals. There's many cannibals even nowadays, and they are hybrids. This is what many schools believe the Anunnaki came to sustain themselves on after the flood, because they are demonic. The Luciferians are demonic, that they are now psychic parasites, and they stealing because they are sorcerers. They meddle with magic, black magic, dark arts, and this year gonna be terrible. And they attacked many people like me. They're in full force this year. Alright, the last year was the year of Nkaya itself, but this year is far worse. And they are in full forces, mantrificating and making ritual to bring the falls of many people through wars and famines and many diseases and many other avenues. And they are affecting many people psychically speaking, and destroy many societies, many human society, because they don't love you. They are not your friend. Do you understand? They are not your friend. Unless you are like their lineage, then it's different. You make part of them. You are the big devil yourself. Sometimes I try to be neutral, as I said, because I've been I'm being hypocrite if I say that I'm a thing, then later I act another ways, because I can't stand of all the rotten thing. When they are being good, I'm neutral. When they be evil, I be evil as well. And then I take sides, and I have all the right to. Okay? Because this thing need to stop. All this nonsense need to stop. And these beings, he's painting the seven. Literally speaking, he's destroyed many lives in the collective and individual forms here. And the worst part is you who belongs to them. So don't talk about, Illuminati is just the white devils. Yeah, don't talk like that. You wrong. You wrong. Don't say that. Open your big eyes. Better yet, open your mind. Open your third eyes to see the truth that you don't want to accept. Because if you accept, go against all your norms, all your preconceived norms, to be precise, and that you don't want. You don't want, because you're a bigot. So don't blame just the big devil, the other devils. Okay, blame also your party as lineage of them. Blame yourself for feeding them through many forms and avenues. So so don't say that the Illuminati is one sect and then the others are the good ones. Oh, because I'm shamans, I'm the good ones. I want to finish the devils who's coming. No, the story was the other way around. It was reversed. Okay? These beings has forked the tongue. They know very well how to do the game. But I'm smarter than them. I know how to beat them in their own game. You know? So they will say Illuminati. Oh, Illuminati is different from us. No, it's the same. Your master is the master of the Illuminati. And when you know it, you go in the side of the Illuminati yourself. Okay? So you shall not judge them, at least. But it did alter humans in another way. The genetic alteration, modification, and cross-hybrid technology was not capable of what Annunaki Ceasar believed. But they did alter humans in another way. It made our genetic into a stable and viable food source, or lush through the mingle of the bloodlines. This is what many scholars believe, that Annunaki came to sustain themselves on after the flood. That they are now psychic parasites who use us as food, or at least the few Annunaki that choose the Luciferian Annunaki that choose to remain on earth and survive it is a matter of some debate. 23rd, the Annunaki are deeply aware of the world and its darkest problem. The problem here is that they may help their own lineages, you see. You scratch their back, they scratch your back. But if you go against them, be prepared for repercussion. Be prepared, because they will attack you hard. Okay? That's true. But if you want to do as they say, you're gonna get everything you wish, even. All comfort, power, money, what man can give you. So go to their sides. Go to their sides. 23rd, the Annunaki are deeply aware of the world and its darkest problem, but they aren't do anything about it. Instead, the product of these unholy couplings is what the Bible refers to as the Nephilim. It was the Nephilim who caused the downfall of humanity, and the Annunaki realized that they had made, and the Luciferian realized they have made the most bitter mistake and a misguided attempt to once again attain humanity's love. Love? They don't want love, they want to power over you, you fool. What love? You yourself say that they are not able to love. They are capable to, but they don't want to. What love? What love? It's all about power over you, you fool, and I use you to suck your energy. This is a karmic burden that has not finished playing out itself on the earth. Humanity is currently a combination of our past and present, creating our future selves. The dark resonance of history, repeating itself, was one of the greatest concerns the Luciferian Annunaki had, but there was no time to do anything about such matters. Oh, you mean not the Luciferians, huh? They are not the Anunnakis. They was concerned that the Luciferian group was causing havoc here. So the Anunnaki, the non-Luciferian Anunnaki had, but there was no time to do anything about such matters, because the great flood that is written of all throughout human history was about to cast its waters across the earth, was about to cast its water or tsunami across the earth. All of the Anunnaki had to decide what their fate, all their Luciferians, Anunnaki, is it? Fate would be to try to survive the flood or choose to cease to exist. Why they exist yet? You are talking nonsense. Why they are still existent here? Why? If this tsunami was so efficient, or you mean that their target was the others, the one, those fence-sitters, or the other who was totally against them? Huh? That was their target, and not the Luciferian per se. That you're talking nonsense. You're talking lies. 24. Anunnaki believe in the law of one. Yeah, of course, because they want to create what? This one was another Anunnaki who want to create the Abrahamic religion, the law of one, monotheism, etc. The strict observance was over. Although the Anunnaki would never believe in the one God as the creator or Anu. It was the false god or the demiurge that had won the war. This even caused the Anunnaki to unite, the Luciferian Anunnaki to be precise. This even caused the Anunnaki to unite the entire tribe and believe the Luciferian entire tribe and believe fate and history. The Luciferian group united under the one law. All that it exists, it should not be changed and cannot be changed. You see how authoritarian, how, because he didn't have authoritarianism in Nibiru, he bring the authority here on earth, because he didn't have any chance of his brother Yahweh, okay, who was in charge, the governors of Nibiru. So he want to have a shoot here on earth to become a governor and to challenge his family in Nibiru. So it was the false god, the demiurge, that had won the war. So they were not they didn't believe in the one creator. They do not believe in fact in monotheism, but in polytheism. I believe in nothing, but I believe that they have many deities over there and many alien gods and goddesses. But I don't believe in any supreme absolute deity. To me, it does not exist. It is all aliens playing gods and playing tricks on your minds, and you yourself who create your own religions and your images and your deities as well. But they, behind that, is they influence the minds in putting memories fragments in a kind of program memory into you, or wash your brain, wash your mind, so that you're gonna do as they please. Do you understand? Then you create your own false gods, your own kinds of religion and dogmas, etc. It was the false god or the demiurge that had won the war. So his family, the Nibiru, even caused the Luciferian to unite the entire tribe in belief, faith and history. The Luciferian Anunnaki and Kaya and his legions united under the one law. All that is existence should not be changed. What authoritarian, how dictator, and cannot be changed. In the end, there was not much left for these beings, but to sadly end their existences or surrounded to the host of heaven. Good. They watched together as heaven destroyed their great creations before marching into the abyss when they could bear no more. The Anunnaki the Luciferian, the second S incarnation, and the first incarnation of humanity. They fell under the waters of the flood, but they returned again. They returned. They are now here among us. They are now here. Since many 2,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 3,000, 5,000 years ago, they are here. 10,000 years ago, they are here now. They never stop from coming, returning, do a return, and now they are here in full blast. Trust me, they are here in full blast, and they want, because they want to own the earth and govern the earth. Those all the swords you see around us, because the Luciferians want to win. Okay, and they are use all tools possible. Put a people, a sect of people, and a kind of a, how to say, phenotype or ethnic group against another. Yeah, they are doing that. Online is full of this nonsense, false flags all around. All this is their trick, and they are here now at full breast, and they are leftist. They are leftist. Not that I am right wing either, but I'm not leftist either. I don't like all this nonsense. So that's all for now, and that's the gods you have right now, and that's where you see yourself. Okay, you see yourself among those, so you make part of this Luciferian group.